Hey, it's Lori. Here I am putting you up on the mirror. And I accidentally hit record. Like I always do. Well, most of the time. I have a Dr. Pepper bottle full of water with me today. I'm taking this to my Florida people's house so I can use it for watering their plants. I don't normally need to do much of anything but water the plants and check the mail. So we're going to do that today. When I get there, I always go check the mail after I put my emergency brake on because the driveway is on such a slope. But I check the mail. It's usually either nothing or junk mail. Then I go inside and water their plants. And I'm telling you what, every single time, I've done this several years now, or for a few years at least. And every single time I'm always so afraid that I'm going to kill these plants. I mean, even this year, because I'm not sure if they're supposed to look like this right now. I don't think they look that good in the winter anyway, typically, but man, I'm always scared to death I'm going to kill them, you know? But yeah, so I get that done and I'm going to head home. I don't have any errands to run. I don't even need gas. I have gas and everything. We might have tomorrow night, evening time, all through the overnight hours, apparently until early morning the next day. We're supposed to have an ice storm. So, oh, yeah, that's just so scary to me when I think about the fact that John has to be to work at 3 a.m. and that would be right in the middle of it. So all I can hope for is that we go on a level 3 snow emergency. Snow emergency is what they call it, even if it's just ice, not snow. They don't say it's an ice emergency. Anyway, if we do, then he won't go to work, but anything else, and he will. Even if it's a level 2, he'll still go. I think level 2, it's up to you whether you go or not. Level 3 is place closes. So, okay, well, what else do I have on my list? Let me see. No. I think I got a video to put in, actually. So I've been watching Clutterbug, and I used to watch her a long time ago, and I just started watching her again recently for some reason. I don't know if she came up to my suggested videos or what. I don't know. But anyway, she's so fun. She really is. If you haven't seen Clutterbug, you should go watch her. She's just fun. And I also watched Terry Least, and she's already gone through her house, and she showed us too. So if you want to see hers, go check out her videos. She decluttered every single room in her house, including her basement, and she got rid of all kinds of stuff, and that was so motivating. And now watching Clutterbug, it's man, I want to do this too. I already thought that before I watched Clutterbug, but anyway, I did start doing a lot of decluttering, a lot of hauling stuff off to Goodwill, and a lot of throwing stuff in the trash, because some of the stuff I don't think is worth donating. I think they're just going to throw it in the dumpster there anyway. So, yeah. Sometimes if I'm questioning, is this trash or should I donate it? I donate it because that just makes me feel better. That's how my mind works. But so I did this thing that on Clutterbug, she calls it trash bag therapy. And you just grab a trash bag, you go around to every single room in your house, and you just start putting stuff in. And you have to be real with yourself. Be ruthless, I think is the word she uses. Yeah. If you don't know what it is, if it's broken, if you're kind of on the fence, throw it out. Just throw it out, So expired medicines, we had a lot of expired medicines, a bunch. I threw them all away. Yeah. So, I mean, I went through every single room in my house, even my living room where I have an end table that's got 3 drawers in it, and my desk that I have sitting next to the door that's an antique desk. I went through all that. I filled up that trash bag. I was pretty proud of myself. Yes, I was. It started out empty. I made sure to show you that. So, oh gosh. Okay. Let me take a look at my card really quick. I don't know. There's really nothing else. I'm going to make pork chops for dinner tonight. I'm going to bread them in probably pork rinds, crushed pork rinds, and brown them real quick in a skillet, and then I'm going to bake them in the oven. Yeah, that just sounds really good. So I need to get going and get that started because I want them to bake kind of on a lower temperature for a while. Maybe 325. Leave them bake for a while so they're all nice and tender, because they're kind of thick pork chops. I got them from Costco last time I went, or the time before that, whatever. Okay, I'm going. And here I am at home. I'm going to go ahead and do a little voiceover here because why not? It was really noisy at my house, so I thought I'm just going to cut the sound and just talk over it. But I need to get these pork chops going because they are still really frozen. I should have pulled them out of the freezer 2 nights ahead instead of just doing it the night before, but hey, I'm going to make it work. But yeah, I just want to get them coated with some marinade and some seasoning so they can kind of marinate while they finish thawing out enough to get them cooking. So yeah, I'm going to use some Italian dressing, some of the, right here, right there, I'm showing it to you. The Zesty Italian from, I just got it from Aldi. Let's see if I can't get it open though. I did have a heck of a time getting this thing open, I'm telling you. But I did get it open. I had to have John help me. But got it open, and I'm just going to get them all coated with the dress. Not coated, but, you know, just kind of squirt some dressing over them. And I'm going to use about half of the bottle because I want to save the other half to do, so I'm going to flip them over and do the other side. So we'll just get that dressing on there, I should say. And I'm going to season them up a little bit with some of this Body of Complete seasoning. And I'm just going to be kind of a little generous because these babies are thick. They're super thick. I knew they were thick, but I didn't realize how thick they were. They are thick. So, okay. I'm going to let those sit and marinate, and I'm going to go have some coffee. Finished having some coffee. Me and John had coffee, like we always do. But I'm just going to flip them over, and look how thick. I mean, to tell you. It's no wonder they were still pretty frozen. But they're starting to thaw out now enough to where I think they still need to sit a little bit longer. And then as I get into the middle of the package, I'm thinking, yeah, they're still pretty solid yet in the middle. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and get some other things done while I let them thaw out the rest of the way. But right now I'm just getting them all flipped over, I guess. I'm just going to lay them on my trays. I use these trays for everything. I love these trays. But yeah, I'm just going to dump the rest of that juice on there and get the other one on the other tray. So I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm thinking I can get them all on this tray. But spoiler, I can't get them all on this tray. I mean, obviously, look how many there are. But I'm thinking, I can get them all on this tray, then I can get the other one washed up, right? No, it's not going to work that way. I'm just telling you right now, I'm going to be using the other tray too. So, okay. Yeah, I'm starting to realize, yeah, this is not going to work. So, there we go. Let's just use the other tray too. Still kind of frozen, but like I said, I'm going to leave them sit a little bit longer. And for whatever reason, I think it's a good idea to just even the trays out a little bit. So there's not more on one tray than the other. I really don't know what makes the difference, but I guess that's just how my mind works. So, yeah. And now I'm just going to season the other side, but I'm just going to use, oh, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself again because I already know what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm just putting that Italian dressing, the rest of that bottle, onto the other side real quick. But I am going to season the other side too. And I don't want to use the Body of Complete on this side because I don't want it to be too salty. Honestly, I don't really know how salty that stuff is. If I'm being honest, I didn't even look at the ingredients, but I guess I'm just assuming it's salt-based seasoning. So anyway, I'm just putting some black pepper on this side and getting them kind of seasoned up with that. And I can already tell you, it was a good amount of Badia and a good amount of the black pepper because they did taste really good. And they were a big hit with everybody. So, yeah. Okay, and here they are. I shoved them all on one tray. I'm just using these pork rinds. So this is the plain pork rinds in the bag here and the container. That is what is in the container as well. I guess the stuff in the bag must be the stuff that was like the older ones. So I'm going to use those first. And I decided I'm just going to put, well, I'm using my electric skillet and I'm showing you that I'm just using the Crisco vegetable oil. You can use whatever kind of oil you want. But yeah, this is a heck of a voiceover, isn't it? But yeah, I'm just going to use this bag to kind of shake them around in. Instead of dirtying up a bowl like I normally would, I figure I might as well because I know I'm going to need at least this many pork rinds, and I do end up needing more, so I pour a few more in the bag after a while, but I don't think I show that part. But I just like to get it pressed on there pretty good, and since they're good and cold, the breading sticks better. But these things are big, man. You gotta be careful too when you're wearing gloves, like putting something in, like down into hot oil or onto a hot grill or any hot surface. Like when I worked at Cracker Barrel, the grill cooks weren't allowed to wear rubber gloves. It was too much of a risk for them to accidentally like touch the grill or touch the glove in the fryer grease or something like that and risk having the glove melt onto their skin. So like they could wear gloves that they were doing like some kind of prep work or something like that needed done, but for the most part there was somebody else that did the prep work for them. So grill cooks didn't generally have to do that, but yeah, they weren't allowed to wear gloves though for that reason. So anyway, just be careful if you're doing this sort of thing with any hot oil or, hot surfaces if you're wearing rubber gloves. It would be horrible to have a rubber glove melt to your skin, wouldn't it? Yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and flip them. They're all breaded and cooked on one side. So I'm going to go ahead and flip them, and I am going to bake these for a while. So, I'm not trying to get them done in the electric skillet, but this is just a good way to get more of them done at once, I should say. And I do get it done in 2 batches. So I was happy with that, because normally without the electric skillet, man, I'd be forever standing at the stove trying to brown these things. So this is just a good way to do it. And I'm going to show them to you a little bit better so you can see them better. Real quick, I'm going to try and figure out where to sit my tongs. So here they are. You can see I lost a little bit of breading on one of them, but that's okay. It's okay. And here they are all ready to go into the oven. I had to turn some of them on the side to get them all to fit in one pan. But yeah, I'm baking them at 325, and I have some foil to cover it up with. And over here in the pan that you can see sitting next to it, I have green beans ready to turn on, and they just have some butter and salt and pepper on them. But anyway, I'm just going to cover the pork chops loosely with that foil, and I'm going to bake it for about 1.5 hours, 2 hours. And here they are, all done. They're not beautiful, but I checked them with a meat thermometer, and they're all at least 180 in the middle, so they're good and done. Brendan already took a couple of them. And that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.